Dr. Reynolds wakes up in her quarters, cold sweat. That's the second time she's had that dream since they left Arok. It's the same every time. Those mysterious beings. Could that be the great idea for a new classic Star Trek episode? You've seen my ideas for the monuments of Arok from a previous session. I'm just having some fun, folks. I've decided to take a little bit of time out from the actual modelling. Been going at it pretty much 24/7 for almost 2.5 years. So I'm just taking a little bit of time out and also having a bit of fun from the serious modelling. But I'm still doing stuff. And who are these mysterious, creepy beings? I really enjoyed doing that opening sequence, by the way. The great music, the great creepy music of Scott Buckley. Just amazing stuff. So the way that came about was completely by accident, as a result when I'm painting the figures. Okay, so I got a comment in a previous video saying, go onto YouTube and look at some tutorials about figure painting. Like tiny miniature figures. And I thought, well, I think my figures are okay. I think I'm doing okay. But then I went onto YouTube and checked out some tutorials, and there was some really, really good information. And one of the things about painting these tiny figures and it was particularly to do with painting the faces, like skin tones and that kind of thing, down at such a small scale. And one of the pieces of advice was to paint the faces red first, and then paint the flesh tones over that in kind of like washes, and it just gives more of a realistic, like flesh tone. I thought that was cool, and I thought, hey, why don't I just spray the figures? I'm just going to spray, because I'm doing red shirts at the moment. There they are, the creepy beings, the creepy characters. And so I'm doing red shirts at the moment, security guards and also engineers and damage control party crew. So I just thought, hey, I might as well just spray the whole figure red. And then I've got like the red face that I can add the flesh tones to, and also just over the red shirts. And of course I can paint the pants black or whatever. And then when I saw them all kind of laid out, I just thought, God, they look so, and my girlfriend said they look so creepy. And so it just came to me last night to just have a bit of fun and, a TOS scenario, because I can imagine, if this was an episode or a story, that Dr. Susan Reynolds, she would have been one of she would have been one of the landing party that went down to Arok, and then they brought back the monuments, the kind of statues. And then she would be starting to have these kind of disturbing dreams of these figures, and there would be like a message, like that creepy whispering, like, Susan, you can change it. And the message that is coming across in these dreams is that she can help whoever these are by changing a code. She's doing some work on some, like, I don't know, there's a DNA or something like that, DNA samples that were found, and she can change a code in them or something, I don't know. And it starts getting really disturbing. So she starts talking to the ship's counselor and, lets Dr. McCoy know about it. And it's all kind of like, oh, it's okay, it's always a bit weird when you come back from one of those landing party missions and stuff. It's okay. It's just take some extra time off. But then one of the other crew actually sees one of these appear and disappear, and it's not a dream. Immediately reports to security. Captain Kirk finds out about it. Captain Kirk knows about it, and so they have a meeting, and then other sightings of these beings start to be reported from all over the ship. And then, of course, Captain Kirk punches the button. All hands, this is the captain speaking. It seems we have an alien presence aboard the ship. Now, let me know what you think is going on. Give me some ideas. I've got some clear ideas about what the story could be. But let me hear your ideas. Let me hear your feedback, and let me know what you think about these. You know, I love everybody loves a good kind of spooky story, and I remember the episode. I remember the classic episodes, Cat's Paw, and also what was the other one? What was the other one where they had Jack the Ripper? Jack the Ripper on board with where Scotty was having a bit of a hard time in that episode, and it turns out that actually Jack the Ripper was an alien entity traveling through the universe, doing all kinds of not so nice things. And I kind of love that kind of spooky thing. And I think The Next Generation also had. I really enjoyed an episode of The Next Generation. I think it was Night Terrors, where it was just like a little bit of ghosty stuff going on. I like that. So let me know. Let me know what you think about that. A little bit of feedback from the previous episode about previous session about where I introduced my girlfriend as Science Officer Larson here, and I got some good feedback saying she's wearing red. It's not science officer is blue. Okay, so I'm going to change this. So she is now Communications Officer Larson. There you go. So that one's fixed. Also, in the previous video, where I introduced, it was all about Patreon, and I had a gallery showing all the patrons and their comments. And towards the end, the editing got a little bit complex and a little bit, I was getting a bit boggled with it, with all the information, the names, and that kind of thing. And I missed a few of the patrons off. So just to finish this video, here are just those few patrons that I missed off. And as with all the other patrons, thank you so much. And let me know what you think about this video. It's just a little bit of fun and a little bit of time out from the serious modelling. I hope the video finds you well. As always, like, subscribe, sign up, pull the bells, ding the dongs, and all that kind of thing. I'll see you soon with the next video. Bye for now.